The first weekend of September is set aside for vulture awareness. It is a global week of activities aimed at raising awareness on the important role played by the scavenging birds of prey. CGTN's Alex Kiari and Lindy Mtongana have been looking at the dwindling number of what experts refer to as nature's anti-heroes. The number of vultures dying as a result of secondary poisoning on the continent is staggering.
It's rare to see them soaring through the skies these days, but thanks to their trademark features, they are unmistakable. With their sparsely feathered heads and necks and their strong curved beaks, these creatures are purpose-built for a key role in the ecosystem, eating dead animals. Now, although seen as savage, vultures are the cleanup crew of nature, and their unusual position in the food chain ensures their own sustenance and survival.
The death of an animal presents a chance for a feast. Prey or predator, every mammal that meets its death is dinner. These soaring scavengers are nature's anti-heroes. But even in this morbid feeding frenzy, there are rules set by nature and followed to the letter, with each subspecies playing a unique role. The larger vultures use their hooked bills to break open a carcass, allowing smaller vultures to access the meat and innards. And once the body has been stripped clean, it's the bearded vulture who happily indulges on the bones. Their digestive systems are made up of highly corrosive stomach acids, capable of killing a wide range of bacteria. Consequently, vultures act as buffers between us and diseases such as anthrax, rabies, and others.
First of all, the ungulates die, or the wildebeest die because of the migration. As they cross the river, they die in big numbers. The livestock also die because of pandemics, so we have lots of carcasses that pile in the ecosystem. There are studies that have been done, and it has been found that vultures clear up to 70% of those carcasses. So you can imagine, a mass of 29 million kilos of meat lying in that ecosystem. That you can imagine the ramification, the consequences of all those carcasses to our health, to the health of the ecosystem. Ideally, these are the guys who do a good job. They do better than the municipal council.
But these unsung heroes of the wild are being threatened with extinction. In southern Africa, vultures are often targeted by poachers because their sharp eyes and keen sense of smell has been known to alert rangers to an illegal kill. In other parts of the continent, vultures are killed and decapitated for their brains, which, according to some witch doctors, have special powers. And in East Africa, vultures are the unfortunate collateral victims of human-wildlife conflicts.
People will only be able to conserve what they know. And there is very little knowledge about vultures and the role and the critical role they play in our ecosystem. So what we have done is we move in to educate people on the importance of vultures, to talk about these health issues.
The Peregrine Fund has been training and equipping young people from East Africa on the importance of conserving vultures.
We have started this project in the Mara, and we have replicated it in the entire southern Kenya. Now we have about 5 regions, and we have started in the Mara, and there is good success in the Mara. And we are able to measure that by the number of nests, for example, that are successful. I think the successful nests have gone up.
According to the conservation agency BirdLife International, some vulture species in West Africa have declined by 95%. 90% of that decline is attributed to poisoning and traditional medicine. Southern and Eastern Africa have lost over 70% of their vulture populations. Their unattractive looks and their unsavory diet have led to some African communities harboring negative perceptions and myths about vultures. But these waste disposal professionals are indispensable. A future without nature's undertakers would spell disaster for African ecosystems.
They say when vultures surround you, try not to die. Yet another myth. For although some may fear vultures, they don't in fact prey on living mammals. It is only when they fail to circle above our villages or game parks that we need to be afraid. Lindy Mtongana, CGTN, Kajiado, Kenya.